Welcome back to Living Local. Tea with a Mission, a nonprofit tea shop in LeClaire is staffed by volunteers and donates its profits to supporting missionary work locally and globally. And here to talk to us a little bit about that, plus also just tea and coffee because it's always fun, is the founder of Royalty, Reverend Anthony Flanigan. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks a lot, Ash. Yeah, I appreciate it. We just have a lot of fun. We kind of invite the Quad Cities, come have fun with us and enjoy a drink that's actually very high quality.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So,
which is how we met.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
I just stumbled upon it and had the best pour over I've ever had in my life. So,
was it really?
Oh, hands down.
I'll take
hands down for
right.
sure. So tell us just a little bit more about the rich history behind Royalty.
So Royalty's been around for a little over a year, since November, and we started just as like this, okay, we have a property, what do we do with it? And we decided to make it our global mission. How does a small town change the world? Well, this is one way we can do that, and you don't have to go to our church to change the world. That's pretty cool. So we just kind of invite everybody to partner with us so we can take care of children in Rwanda, Ghana, and Ethiopia, ladies in South Africa as well, coming out of sex trafficking. Some really neat stuff that we get to do.
Yeah, that's really amazing. So that's what you mean by drinking with a mission.
Yes.
What's the play there?
We're all volunteers. So when you come, you're coming with a mission. Your mission might be to get caffeine.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, at the end of the transaction, you've also accomplished a global mission. And you've also, people come in for local support, and we just kind of, here's some stuff for a fundraiser. Here's whatever we can do, we're going to do it.
Absolutely. So always giving back with those profits for sure.
Absolutely.
And I think tea and coffee is a great way to do that. So tell us just a little bit about the types of tea that you offer.
We have 85 teas.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have, dream it up, we probably might have it or something like it. There's teas that we don't have, but 85 is a lot of teas. So we have black teas, green teas, white teas, red rooibos teas, herbal teas, holistic teas, chamomiles, mints, all kinds of stuff. So,
wow. I was going to say, you guys have some health teas too that I noticed as well when I was here.
Yeah, we have about a dozen holistic teas. Usually we name them based so you can just go, I need something for whatever. You can just figure it out from the name, like what it does.
That's cool. That's really, really awesome. So you also offer coffee as well. So what would you say? Coffee, tea, what's the big seller?
Oh man, when I looked at what we sold for hot drinks last year, it was split right down the middle.
Wow.
We sold just as much coffee, or prepared just as much coffee as we did tea. And our coffee game's strong.
It is. It is indeed. For sure.
Yeah, I can make a pour over while we keep talking.
Yeah, absolutely. Walk us through the process of what is a pour over, what makes it different than just regular pot of coffee?
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that makes our pour overs very special is we grill you, how do you like it? Now, Ash, I know Ash likes it strong. So in here, I've got about 40 grams of coffee.
Okay.
And I just roasted this coffee yesterday, so you guys can't smell it. But
I can smell it. Oh yeah.
It's a little bit brighter, it's a medium roast. But what makes a pour over special at Royalty is first, it's a custom cup. We're going to ask you exactly how do you like your coffee, so that we can make it the way you like it. Whereas if it's a drip, you've got a big pot of coffee and it's all the same.
Right.
So this is tailored to you. Another thing is you control all the variables. Right now what's happening in the pour over is there's gas bubbles escaping. I don't know if they can catch that, but that gas is nitrogen. When you do drip coffee, it just kind of keeps dumping it on there, and the nitrogen doesn't get as much of a chance to escape.
Oh, okay.
And that's like air in the bean, and it makes it so that the bean can't properly be infused with water. So what I'm doing right now is called a bloom. So you just kind of dampen it, let it get a little wet, and then wait about 30-45 seconds. Let that nitrogen out, and then we can flood it. So it's an artistic way of making coffee. It's definitely fun to do.
It looks cool.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, we kind of go in circles from the outside to the inside and inside to the outside while we make it.
How would you describe the difference in flavor between drip coffee or a pour over?
Oh, absolutely. First off, a pour over is better filtered. We're using Chemex filters here. We're not that little thin paper stuff, so you're going to get a much smoother cup. The second thing is that the balances of flavors aren't thrown off because we're not going to have all of those acids that sit on top of the cup. Because one of the things that we do is we constantly keep water in there. So acid in coffee is an oil. It's called the tannin. And anytime you mix water and oil, the oil rises to the top. So what we try to do is keep the oils on top when we do a pour over, so that you have a less acidic cup. Therefore, you have a better body to your coffee without it hurting the tummy so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I noticed that when I was there. And you also mentioned some type of herb that you put in the grains as well.
Yeah, we have some chicory and red rooibos that we have mixed into this cup right here, right now.
Yeah.
Red rooibos helps reduce inflammation in the body.
Okay.
I just found out that there's like diaper creams that are coming out with red rooibos because it has like, it's so good for your skin.
Yeah.
So we just throw it in there, sneak it like the vegetables in the meatloaf, you know, we just sneak it in there for you. So.
Absolutely. That's really, really awesome. So nothing wrong with going to a tea shop and ordering a cup of coffee. I mean, I can attest to that for sure. Now, what about tea in your coffee?
Yeah, that's called dirty tea.
Dirty tea.
Simple as that. So a dark, like if you were to do a black tea, you do whatever you want to black tea, just like you would to your coffee. And if you add coffee to it, it's actually really good. Life hack, you can't do this at Royal Tea, but if you're at a hotel, just take the hotel coffee and put a couple tea bags in it, and it'll make the hotel coffee tolerable, because tea and coffee do actually pair pretty well together.
Interesting. Yeah, hotel coffee is terrible. So that is a good tip for sure right there.
Yep,
where do you guys source your coffee from?
So this coffee that we have right here is Ethiopian Yirgacheffe coffee. So that's where this is, and we just roasted this ourselves.
Okay, awesome. What was the process of roasting look like?
So there's different processes for roasting. We're still figuring out which ones we like the best. One of the processes, I kind of like the hot top method, where you have a hot top and it's kind of, you know, the whirly popcorn maker?
Yeah.
You could do that at home. You could do it at home, but the roasting process, basically what happens is once the bean hits a certain temperature, it hits what's called first crack, and the bean goes from a green color to a light brown color, and it sounds like popcorn popping.
Really?
Yeah, and that first crack, that's light roast. And within the next few minutes, you're going to go from first crack to second crack. In the middle there is going to be your medium roast. And then when you get to second crack, your bean's starting to really produce oil, and that's called your dark roast. So that's where you can get your espressos and your French roasts and stuff like that from. Yeah. So a lot of it is you get good source coffee, good green beans, and then you just use your senses and observe. So.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for all the great information.
No problem.
I can't wait to drink this entire cup in a rapid fashion here coming up in just a minute. I have it for the end of the show for sure. Well, for more information on Royal Tea, their products, you can go to their website, royaltea.org, or stop by their shop on North Cody Road in LeClaire. We're going to have all of these details posted on ourquadcities.com. More Living Local brews on after this.